Have you ever felt that irresistible urge to fix someone's problems even when they didn't ask for help? It's a phenomenon many fall into, commonly known as the Saviour complex. But what really lies beneath this compulsion to save others? The Saviour complex isn't about donning a cape and fighting crime. It's more subtle and often more personal. It manifests when an individual feels a deep-seated need to rescue others, believing that their involvement is crucial for the other person's happiness or success. This might sound noble, but the implications can often lead to less than heroic outcomes. Take, for instance, the story of Elizabeth, a middle school teacher who prided herself on being a pillar of support for her struggling students. Elizabeth's dedication turned into an overwhelming desire to fix every aspect of her students' lives, from academic performance to personal problems. However, her constant interventions began to rob her students of their ability to solve problems on their own. Elizabeth's need to be needed not only stunted her students' personal growth, but also led to her own emotional burnout. Then there's the case of Michael, a software developer with a heart of gold. He jumped at every opportunity to help his colleagues debug their code, often working late into the night to do so. Initially, his peers appreciated his assistance, but over time, they became reliant on Michael, hindering their own development in coding skills. Moreover, Michael's incessant need to be the hero at work started affecting his health and personal relationships. These stories highlight a crucial aspect of the Saviour complex. It often stems from a well-intentioned place. However, the consequences reveal a different story. It can create dependency, hinder personal growth, and often the Saviour ends up feeling unappreciated and exhausted. But why do people develop a Saviour complex? It often roots in an individual's low self-esteem or a deep-seated fear of rejection. By becoming indispensable to someone, they feel valued and worthy. It's a tricky cycle because, in the process of saving others, they often neglect their own needs and well-being. Breaking free from the Saviour complex requires a good dose of self-awareness and boundaries. It starts with recognizing the difference between supporting and enabling. Support empowers others to solve their problems, whereas enabling takes over their problems, often removing their agency. One effective way to break this cycle is by fostering an environment of mutual growth, where help is provided in a way that encourages independence rather than dependence. This might mean stepping back sometimes or offering resources instead of solutions. Reflecting on the implications of the Saviour complex reveals its complex nature. It's about balancing the desire to help with the respect for others' autonomy. Understanding this balance not only helps in personal development, but also in building healthier, more sustainable relationships. In wrapping up, the Saviour complex is a compelling narrative about good intentions that might have unintended consequences. Recognizing and addressing it can lead to profound personal growth and more meaningful interactions with others. Always remember, true help empowers, it doesn't overshadow.